watched Wednesday. The Addams Family. It's like an Addams Family series for Wednesday.
Right. Which
yeah.
I think it just came out like yesterday or something. Like
I think it came out. Yeah, it had to come out like earlier.
So
yeah, it came out earlier this week. Whenever you're watching this, it's the 25th, but I think it came out the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so we
something like that.
In a day.
We did.
And then crack it on.
I started at like, I think we started it. Well, I started at like 9 o'clock, right? And then I was like, "Yo, you got to get into this." And she was already watching the show and whatever.
I was watching. Also, this is not sponsored and not affiliated with Netflix,
right?
But we just watch it because we like watching shows,
right?
Of course, we are both familiar with the Christina Ricci Wednesday,
yeah.
And so we were like, all right, cool. Let's see what's up with our favorite goth chick,
right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, with me being a huge Wednesday fan, mostly the OG Christina Ricci, as Wednesday, I was just like, yeah, we gonna do this. Because if you did not know from the trailer, Christina Ricci is actually supposed to be in here playing one of the characters. You don't find out until you watch the show who she plays.
Before we really dive into it,
right?
All the nitty gritty, dirty details, okay?
Right.
This is not going to be spoiler free, probably. So
we're gonna try to keep it spoiler free.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna try.
Okay, but if we can't, then I would.
We gonna post when we gonna have to do a flash spoiler alert situation.
I would recommend, nonetheless, if it's a spoiler free or spoilery review, I'd still recommend you click off this video, pause, hop on the Netflix, watch the thing, come back to this video, and finish watching it. Okay, for the one time.
All you gotta say is Mike Wazowski, because that's what you sound like right now.
Mike Wazowski, go back and watch the video.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, you asked for it. I'm just saying. Anyway, just come back, watch the video, give us the views, and make sure you watch the video until the end.
Right, because it helps us. And when you help us, you get more content like this.
Help us to help you. That's what it is.
Period.
Anyway, so it's an 8-episode series. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Each episode is about 40, 50 minutes. Typical show length, right? Typical TV series length. So it won't take you a good chunk of time. All right.
Yeah.
So settle down, grab your popcorn and all that. So it's a wild ride from start to finish. I will tell you that much.
Yes.
So it starts off with her doing a heinous act. She gets in serious trouble because she may have or may not have put some piranhas in the pool, which is local in and of itself. But this is Wednesday we're talking about. So, and she lucky she ain't, because if she would have caught a case real quick, okay?
She would have. For real.
But gets the she ends up at Nevermore Academy, and that's when all the shenanigans start.
Yeah.
It's giving detective novel realness.
Yeah.
Which, if you like, I would recommend, if you like stuff like Agatha Christie, Sherlock Holmes, any kind of like murder mystery type stuff.
Inspector Gadget.
Like Wednesday. Even if it's just you aren't even into Addams Family, you still like this. You'll still enjoy it because of the murder mystery type thing, and it keeps you guessing from start to finish.
Yeah, it does.
Boy.
It does, for sure. I think there are a lot of moments. What drew me to it is because something was always happening, right? Mm-hmm. So even with something always happening, your mind, as well, at least I can only speak for myself. As I'm watching it, I'm like analyzing characters, breaking it down. I literally have like a notepad in my head. I'm like, ooh, this person, that person. You know what I mean?
In her brain.
I was.
She was out here Inspector Gadgeting.
I was looking at facial features and all. Like, literally. Like, oh no. I don't know.
And that's the crazy part. It does like force you into that mindset of like, you need to find out who the perpetrator is, who done it.
Right.
Is it
right. With a knife.
But,
in the basement.
Because it's always, in a lot of these shows, it's always the butler. It's always the butler.
You had to play Clue with this whole thing. You had to play Clue. You know? I do think that it does kind of relate to real life in certain aspects. Where it's like, as going in it. Okay, so she attends. This is the spoiler I'm gonna give. She attends. Spoiler alert! Beep, 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 beep. She attends a school, right? An academy that her mom attended for the outlaws. the
outcast,
you
the
know,
weird-
outcasts, the weird kids.
Yeah.
And
In a lot of ways, I'm gonna tell you that.
okay, because a lot of them, I was like, oh no, catastrophe. But so she feels like she's gonna end up being her mom's shadow, but she refuses to do so because she wants to live life by her terms and by her rules. She is nobody's shadow, and she makes it clear. Period. She makes that clear. And that was something that I'm just like, oh yeah, she wants to have her own identity. Many girls and many
especially teenage
boys
too.
Yeah, can relate to that because you don't want to do what someone says or society says that you should be or become because of this parent, because all the great things that they've done. Exactly.
That all teenagers go through. It's like,
right.
Man.
Right. So, yeah, there's that huge thing that you see develop into, like, it just trickles down into so many other things. And then you see how she treats people. You see how it's not even her attempt to befriend anybody.
And why she treats them that way.
Exactly. And it's not even a way where how she befriends anybody. Because if you know the character Wednesday, she doesn't befriend anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to start nitpicking at the characteristics and whatever. But just watch the show. The issues and the circumstances that I want to say she put herself in was something that she knows that she caused.
Right.
But it's at the point where it was like put in her face. You know what I mean? That's when I think it dawned on her. I mean, she already knew because she's highly intelligent. She knows what her thing is and why she's doing it. You know what I'm saying?
2D chess and she was playing 5D chess. Okay.
She was on it.
I'm like, damn. To me, it's kind of unbelievable because, like, a 17-year-old out here playing 5D chess. But again, this is the fantastical element that's in the whole series.
Right. You know? Right. I just feel like this was a really good show. Like, it had so many elements to it that just kept you, like, watching. Like, me and Hugin stayed up to 5 a.m. watching this show. Like, literally this morning. 5 in the morning this morning.
Told you the roosters were crowing.
And it was done. By the time I was done, though, it was like a few minutes after you was like, oh yeah, I'm out, blah, blah, blah. And then like 8 minutes later, I was done. And I was just like, wow. It's such a twist of events. It's no Lemony Snicket. How you say his name?
Lemony
Snicket. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Series of events. Yeah. It wasn't all of that where you're just like, okay, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. We always going through something.
And the crazy part is, like, you the whole time you like, who done it?
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, it must be this Negro. It must be that. It must be that. It must be XYZ. Right? It keeps you guessing, and it's not as predictable as you think because, you know, a lot of these like crime, murder mystery type shows, they go off certain tropes. They go, you know, they try to keep you guessing and they fall short.
Yeah. They do.
Pretty much keep you guessing. I was suspicious of a certain character from the start because she a little too She a little too chipper.
Facts.
I'm like, I don't know if I like you like that.
Facts.
You a little too happy.
I said the same thing.
ain't that something that you'd be suspicious of somebody that's like you too happy?
Facts. That's why I was just like, yo, I don't know about sis. I don't know about sis because nah. But I will say I'm happy that I did see some of Wednesday's family members. And they know who comes and shows up or whatever the viewers watching. We appreciate y'all. But yeah, that show is so good. I wish we could give away more details and stuff like that, but we gotta keep it vague because we don't want to spoil it. I will say that what's her name? Jenny Ortega?
Jenna.
Is that her name? Jenna Ortega. I'm sorry, girl. Jenna Ortega. She did that. I will say when she did like the little smirk, I was waiting for it. I was like, please do the smirk. And then when she do have the big dance, the way she was dancing, I was like, girl, these dance moves are killing me. But it's Wednesday Addams. How do we expect her to dance?
Right.
She was supposed to dance wild and crazy. Exactly. She's supposed to dance wild and crazy. She had a whole choreo and all.
The interesting touch that I thought was really interesting was how they made the Addams side of the Addams family Mexican. So like Gomez is like Mexican origin.
Yeah.
Which was a nice little touch. Because like it makes sense. Why would a character be named Gomez and he's a
white guy?
Wiggity wiggity white.
Yeah. Because I think the original guy that played Gomez, he wasn't. I don't think he was Caucasian.
You mean the last live action Gomez?
Yeah. I don't think he was Caucasian.
He was freaking Bison in the live action Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? I know his name. But he's a brilliant actor too.
He is.
God rest his soul. He has passed on. Hold on.
His name was Raul Julia.
Raul, yeah, yes.
Raul Julia.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was great.
He was.
Luis Guzman did a good job too.
He did do a good job. He did a good job. I know his belly is not that big in real life.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too. That was my thoughts too, because I was like, is he wearing like a fat suit or something, or is that his actual?
I mean, I know his stomach is out there, but I don't think it's like out there like how it was.
Exaggerated a bit, so I was like, is he wearing like padding or something?
Because you know, in the animated series, his stomach was out there.
Yeah,
his stomach was out there.
A lot of people, and the crazy part was like a lot of people were like really upset about the casting of Luis Guzman as Gomez because they were like, oh, they wanted Julia. I'm not sure how this name's pronounced. I'm sorry, but they wanted somebody who gave that similar sort of appeal, right? But it's kind of like what other people pointed out was like Luis Guzman kind of fits what is been established as far as Gomez. He's kind of like the one that would be considered unattractive as far as thing, and then Morticia's like the super hot wife, right? You know, that's like had been established. These iterations of the Addams family and like the animated cartoon or whatever. So, but yeah, people were really upset about that casting. But I think he did a really good job.
He did good, man. He did good. I will say, Catherine Zeta-Jones, it was cracking me up. I'm sorry. And it's nothing like against her and her acting, because you know she does a great job. But it's just, you know how Morticia like walks slow and stuff like that. She was walking like she was an American Next Top Model. You know what I'm saying? Like she had her own runway and everything like that. And of course, I know that she had a lot more curves than what people wanted her to have, because they wanted her to be on the thinner side. Like, what's her name? Angelica
Houston.
Thank you. Like Angelica Houston. But it's just like, they gave the same vibe.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
Morticia is supposed to be kind of like va-va-voom, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily always expect her to be thin, especially now, because if you're considering that this is taking place in a more modern time, because everybody has something.
Yeah.
What's in right now?
The curves, the hips, the thighs, the booty.
Right.
Everybody wants a butt. You get a butt. You get a butt. Everybody wants a butt. You know what I really wanted is if they could have gotten Angelica Houston to play the principal.
Right.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Gwendolyn Christie as the principal of Nevermore Academy, which I thought was really cool because Gwendolyn Christie she's a big lady.
Yeah.
So she does give like that imposing principal vibe the whole time that she's playing the principal, which is great to thing, because like it's kind of funny because like Jenna Ortega is like really small in comparison.
She is. So she's like 5'2", bro.
The entire time she's just not intimidated at all by the principal, like at all.
And that's the thing that cracked me up, because she's probably she's 5'1". She's 5'1". That lady was like 6'4". Let me see the height. She's 6'3". I was close.
And
good googly
too.
So she was probably 6'4", 6'5", depending on the height of the heel.
Like 1.5, 2-inch heel. So
So I may have been right. That's a tall lady.
She is. She just out here stomping on all us plebeians anyway.
Right.
You know, it's not like we're trying to insult her. We love her.
Oh no, she
was great as Phasma.
She was good. What? So,
And Brienne of Tarth and Game of Thrones, okay? Like, the twists and turns were really great. It was unexpected. It was kind of expected, but kind of unexpected in how, because, like, you know, in a film, in a series like this, in a storyline like this, there are certain beats to a story that's like, kind of standard in the genre. You know what I mean? But they put their own little spin on it, and it kept guessing who was the culprit, and so forth.
Right.
But it was
And what I liked is that who were like arch nemesis really turned new leaves after things came to surface. People needed each other. You know what I'm saying? People helped each other. And people proved themselves.
And they came to an understanding too.
Yeah, a mutual understanding. Yeah, a mutual understanding without it being any anger or animosity towards anybody. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing that kind of irritated me, because it reminded me of K-dramas where it's kind of miscommunication, because I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
Like, so much could be resolved if you would just speak the hell up.
Yeah.
So much would be resolved, but I get it, because Wednesday's not the type of person to talk, right? She ain't a talker. She's a doer.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing that I did not like about
fuck you up and ask questions later, like,
right.
You know,
the only thing that I did not like that Wednesday did was not apologize.
Right.
When she needed to apologize to certain people, it was almost like, well, you know how I felt. None of these mugs in the room are mind readers. You have to start being verbal. Not everybody are your parents or your brother Pugsley. Like, you know what I mean? Not everybody is going to get you and understand you the way you need them to. Just because you're an adorable little goth girl, it does not mean that you can treat people or say things or or expect people to understand what you're saying. Be verbal,
right,
and apologize.
Life lesson,
right?
Apologies go a long way, and it's just like it's kind of crazy because it's like you could tell that she wanted to, but it's like some didn't. She just couldn't bring herself to apologize.
Right. It was just all so gross. But yet you want favors. It's like, how do you want favors? And you're not willing to, when you mess up, you're not willing to apologize.
Right.
Just because you don't have any feelings or whatever towards anything does not mean.
Or so she claims.
And it's just because you don't have any feelings or anything does not mean that you can sit up here and treat people any kind of way, do people, however, and expect them to return the favors for you repeatedly. Okay? That's where she's a criminal. She's a repeated offender because she keeps repeating the same habits over and over and over and over and over again.
You've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Ow! Exactly. Exactly.
I already knew that I was going to do something crazy.
Exactly, though.
I'm like, smooth criminal.
But moonwalk on that thing. Because that's literally what she doing. Moonwalking on niggas because she wants to do what she wants to do. And then is confused as to why people aren't moving at the same speed that she wants them to after they have aired her out on it.
Right.
It's kind of like, come on, Wednesday. Really look at the situation. Really look at the situation and see how you just effed up the whole shebang. This could all be so simple. No law in hell. Okay?
Make it hard.
Hello.
Because, like, and that's like, there's literally so many problems that could have been resolved if she actually, spoke up. And
right.
Had a conversation with people. And I get it. She has this antisocial personality, right?
Yeah.
Possibly bordering on sociopath, but I don't know.
Well, she said that she does have traits of serial killers. That's the kind of trait she wanted to have from different
I
serial
know,
killers.
but it's kind of like she says that, but it's show me the Carfax homes. Is my
It
point.
gives something else. Yeah, it gives something else.
Don't bullshit. We know all your secrets.
Hello.
Them pigtails ain't hiding nothing.
Exactly.
I hear talking about how you got traits of serial killer, but
Girl. But overall though, I feel like it kind of worked out in her favor after she started learning her people.
mm-hmm.
And when I say her people, I mean family, friends, associates, enemies. Once she started learning certain things and how to move and how to maneuver within the series, she kind of tweaks some things about herself. Because the more somebody is going to keep reiterating what the issue is, and baby, if you the issue, you're gonna look at yourself and say, okay, reflection, okay, Mulan,
I'm talking to the man in the mirror.
that too.
I'm asking him to change his ways.
But but if it the more somebody points something out to you, the more you're gonna take a step back and realize and understand, okay, there's something that I have to change. Because there's only so many times somebody's gonna keep telling you, prime example, this has nothing to do with, the story, but uh you suck as a friend. Or um you're a terrible cook, or whatever. Oh,
Right.
you're a terrible liar, or whatever,
You're
and
a
you keep
terrible baker
repeating.
or whatever the case is.
Exactly. And you keep repeating the same action over and over and over again. You don't have a recipe. You don't know how to talk to people. You're not practicing how to become better at whatever it is they said that you're not great at. You just keep repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And I
Exactly.
mean, I guess she's a little cray. She is a little
She is.
loco. So
She is, but you expect her to actually perfect
not
the
saying
art that she's trying to be skilled in. Make it make sense.
right. Again,
You're
not saying
intelligent, but you're making stupid actions.
this
And
guy
that right there don't make sense
right,
to me or the people that have seen the series.
right. Because I feel like she's lacking in emotional intelligence, is what it is.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Because it's kind of like I feel like she started out with not much of an understanding of it,
Hmm.
and her parents didn't see anything wrong with it and didn't correct her when it comes to that kind of stuff,
Right.
the emotional
Right.
intelligence stuff, and understanding how other people feel, right?
Hmm.
So I think that's where the issue is. But now that she's around people like her, you know, and people that she gets, just around and learning other
Hmm.
people, it's kind of teaching her that. Granted, it's
Yeah.
kind of a late bloomer kind of thing,
Yeah.
but she's nonetheless learning about it, which
Hmm.
also, to some degree, I know that she stated that she's like, oh, I have like you said, serial killer tendencies or something like
Hmm. Yeah.
that. Traits of a serial killer or something like that.
Yeah.
Could you think perhaps that maybe because I wouldn't say she's autistic because she does have at least some level of empathy for
Yeah. To a certain degree.
how some of people
Yeah. To a certain degree.
feel. So I mean, she could possibly be on the spectrum too. That could possibly be a thing too.
Yeah, but I wouldn't totally place her on the. I wouldn't totally place her on the spectrum. I would just say that she literally needed uh
She needs medical help, like like mental,
yeah,
like a
she
psychologist
definitely does.
or
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, she needs to literally sit down with somebody.
something, and be
You know what I'm
open to sitting
saying?
down with somebody because
Exactly.
she's not.
She was very closed off in that whole, you know, for that whole entire point of the series or a good majority of the series. She was very closed off. And that was something that I'm just like, okay, in order for people to help you, you got to be willing to help them by opening up. And then they can say, okay, this is how I can help you.
Right.
Just like how old dude was like, I got to clock out in order to do this, that, and the third. And she was like, wanting him to do it then. No, regular niggas gotta make money. Gotta make money. And I'm not trying to laugh, but regular niggas gotta make money. You know what I'm saying?
And I think, granted, it's possibly because it seems like for vast majority of her life she was probably homeschooled, and thusly does not know how to interact with people for real and how the real world works. Because what it's giving it to me when you said that made me immediately think of like a kindergartner or like a 6-year-old child, where it's just like me. They don't quite understand the concept of sharing and that kind of thing. It's like the world revolves around them because they have not developed to that point where they can understand that the world is not just them. You know what I mean? And it's not just them. So I feel like that's something that wasn't necessarily nurtured with her, possibly because that's the only thing I can think of. It just immediately reminded me of like a little kid, where it's just like I need my needs met now.
Right. Like JG Wentworth. She came in like JG. I want my money and I want my money and I need it now.
It's my money and I need it now.
JG Wentworth, 877 cash now. Crazy. But I do think that this show is something that like you can watch over and over again. I hope they do come out with a second season.
Right.
Because there's a lot of story to play with.
Yeah.
If they want to. They could twist this story and turn it to however. I don't know what season this if they were in spring or whatever, but wherever it left off, listen, if y'all want to drop some more stuff for the summertime, we would very much like to see. If Wednesday has on like some swimwear, some athletic swimwear, that'll be cool.
You know what she would look like, right? Head to toe and black like that. She'd be looking like Missy Elliott from the I Can't Stand Doom, I Can't Stand the Rain.
All up in the camera.
Yeah. Like trash bags just back concealed.
What if she walking in slow mo and everybody's like, oh my gosh, Wednesday. And then you hear, I can't stand the rain. That will be hilarious.
Oh my God.
That'll be hilarious. That will be hilarious. Somebody put Missy's song on the next season. I really hope they do another season though. But anyway. Any final remarks?
Yeah. Nah. I mean, I also hope that they do another season because it's open to possibility of more.
Yeah. I think they're just waiting around to see what else happens. How well it does on Netflix. Then that will determine, the ratings for it, the views and such. Then that will determine if they start shooting something else. Because right now, Jenna Ortega is 20 years old.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna do something, huh?
No, I said, oh, she young. But then I realized when I looked her up, she was born in 2002.
Anything with 2000 and yeah.
This got me out here being like,
we can't relate to old girl. We can't relate to old girl. 2000 and
oh, am I really that old?
we can literally say 1990, blah blah blah. Right? 1991, 1992, 1993. If you gotta say 2000 and it's a wrap. We can't relate.